Hi, I'm Chris Haigh and this is the Fiddle channel. Today we're going to do part one of a three-part series on everything you need to know about Western swing. In this lesson we're going to look at a simple melody, Red River Valley, and I'm going to show you how you can add some swing to that melody, how you can add open string drones and grace notes and some shuffles, and at the end I'll tell you about what's coming in parts 2 and 3. So let's start off with the very basic melody of Red River Valley, which is very simple. 1, 2, 3. Now this is quite an uninspiring tune on its own, and we have to do quite a lot in order to make it into a Western swing tune. The first thing we've got to do is to break it up and add some quavers which can give it some swing. At the moment all we've got is long notes basically, and what we've got to have is some shorter notes so that we can have that kind of thing. So the version we're going to do now has just been split up a little bit. We've got more short notes, we've got a few little rolls. So let's play it again. So that sounds a bit better. When you do the those kind of things, try and make all of the notes short and the second and the fourth ones really short, so you can almost ghost them. So nice and light. And you can break up those really long ones up as well in any way that you like. Now, in order to give it that Western feel, we've got to have some open string drones and 4-finger drones. Now, 4-finger drones are not easy. So with that 4th finger in place, you can then use the 1st finger to play melody. Now, if you've not done this before, then it really is pretty hard because there's a big stretch and it's difficult to keep those in tune. So a much easier way is to use an upper open E drone, and that's the lazy way, it's the easy way. I knew about this thing of using your 4th finger 30 years ago. The very first book on country music I had told me how to do that. And if only I'd practiced it for 30 years, I'd be really good at that now. Unfortunately, I didn't. So that's the drones. There's lots of different ways of doing drones, and most of my Western swing tutorials have bits in them about open string drones. The next thing to add is grace notes, and this was a speciality of Bob Wills himself. He only played the melodies, he never played the swing solos. He got other people to do that. But he was really good at doing that Western style, and the little grace notes, mostly hammer-ons, were his speciality. So I'll go through slowly. So there's a little hammer on, another little hammer on, hammer on, hammer on, hammer on. So that's a the individual details of these are not so important, so it doesn't matter if you leave some of them out or put some extra ones in. It just adds a lot of subtlety having these little grace notes in. So I'm going to play it through 3 times, playing the second, third and fourth versions of this tune in a row. Notes. Now, Western swing was all about dancing, unlike bluegrass, which happened around the same time. With bluegrass it was a concert and you had to play really fast and impress people. With Western swing it was all about dancing. And dancing on the fiddle is helped a lot by shuffles. So I do have separate videos on the Nashville Shuffle and the Georgia Shuffle, but just briefly I'm going to show you how you can apply those two to this tune. So starting with the Nashville Shuffle, the very basic shuffle, it's da 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 da. So it's all separate bows and it's long, short, short, long, short, short. So something like this. Add an open E on the top. And then if we just play the first 4 bars of the melody, then you can see how it's an easy melody to be able to add shuffle to all the way through. So let's try playing once through the whole tune, and I'll just keep that shuffle going no matter what. And then the Georgia Shuffle is 3 notes slurred on and up, 1 note down with an accent. So all of the accents are on down bows and everything else is slurred. So playing the first 4 bars of the Georgia with the Georgia Shuffle. You'll notice I've had to add a couple of extra notes in bars 3 and 4 just to make the shuffle work, and when you're adding a shuffle to a tune in this kind of way, then it's a kind of a tussle between keeping the melody intact and keeping the shuffle intact. And it really doesn't matter how you go about that. So long as the melody is still recognisable and you keep the shuffle going most of the time, then that's fine. So let's try all the way through the tune with the Georgia Shuffle. So, what we've covered is basic melody, the adding of swing, the adding of drones, the adding of grace notes, and then finally putting some shuffle in. And having all of these at your disposal, it means that you can play the same tune over and over again differently every time, because each of these can be changed in all its fine detail. So it's wonderful breaking down a tune in this way. And what's great about Western Swing is you also get to be able to play hot solos as well. And that's something we'll come to in parts 2 and 3. So in part 2 we're going to use The Girl I Left Behind Me, we're going to look at swing bowing, improvisation using the chords, improvisation using the arpeggios, and improvisation using blues scales. And we'll also look at twin fiddles. Part 3 we're going to use the tune Red Wing, and we'll look at contest style variation and a solo using hot licks. So I do hope you'll come back and see me for parts 2 and 3. I'll play you out with basic melody and then a bit of soloing over this tune. See you soon.